Our next guest is Angela McArdle. And I have a whole speech prepared here that I wanted to give this afternoon that you guys don't get to hear until tomorrow when I nominate her for chair of the National Libertarian Party. California's greatest libertarian activist, Angela McArdle.
Hello again. All right, it's stuck. I won't mess with it. So we're at the beginning of a journey, which is very interesting. And we're all really excited, and I'm really excited too. But we're going to be entering some new territory, and I think that we're about to engage in some serious warfare with the state. Now, keep in mind, a real battle for liberty is it might make our immediate situation a little bit more difficult, not easier. Because to begin to pursue freedom is to attract the attention and the wrath of the enemies of liberty all to you. When you speak up, and we are going to speak up, you draw the eye of the state upon you. And I know some of you have already felt this way. So the battle really brings to a sharp focus some important questions. We see how all of the crises of the last couple of years, which exist as a result of government's recalcitrance and the dramatically worsened situations that they've caused, they're going to provide a setting for the much-needed demonstration of character that's going to come out of the Libertarian Party. And keep in mind, physical deliverance from war, inflation, lockdowns, mandates cannot happen until we have a spiritual, psychological, and emotional awakening in this country. And we are going to lead that. We need to embrace freedom in our hearts. For anybody who's out there who's a skeptic, who's uncertain, you're just kind of checking us out. We need to embrace freedom in our hearts with all of its uncertainty, with its perils, and with its boundless opportunities, because that's what we're committed to. So how do we begin to combat the state? The first most important thing we have to do is tell the truth. The truth is what sets you free. Truth burns off all of the lies and the fear. It strips you of all the extraneous excuses you've made that allow you to live a compartmentalized and inconsistent life. It's like a refiner's fire. It can be painful. It hurts to feel your old worldview burn off and watch the ashes of that just blow away in the wind. And I know that we've all seen at least one friend go through that process this year, or maybe you went through it yourself and that's why you're here. And so we really welcome you. If you're new to the liberty movement and you're on fire to fight for your personal liberty, I want you to feel at home here. We are all about that. So for anyone else who's struggling and wondering, I think the best analogy is the movie They Live. Have you ever seen the movie They Live? This is why I have sunglasses at my table. So there's this epic fight in the movie where the main character is trying to make his friend put on a pair of sunglasses so that he can see through these magic glasses the deception that's actually taking place in the world around him. And the friend refuses because he's afraid of the truth. He doesn't want to know, so they have a brutal fist fight in the alley until the friend is finally beaten down, physically but also metaphorically, to the point that he has no choice but to put the glasses on and see the world for what it really is. And that's what we are. We are that friend and we are those glasses. Because what does it do to your soul when you just sit on the truth, right? When you refuse to speak out because of fear or cowardice or whatever, your personal issues, when you refuse to share the truth with everyone you know, it's like The refusal is kind of like lying. It's like it kills a little part of your soul, and you can feel your spirit wither. And when you know the truth and refuse to speak out the truth, it's like living a lie. So no more of that. We're not doing that in the Libertarian Party. We need boldness and bravery. We need the courage to speak the truth so that we can end this sort of weird period of exile that we have in this country. We're like exiled from our personal freedoms. Because how does the song go? Like a really basic child song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That's how it goes. It's very simple, and that's what we need to live by. You pay a price for everything you do and everything you don't do. And that includes silence, especially from the Liberty Party. It's not all bad though, right? The truth will build you up, it'll strengthen you, it'll be your armor and your shield, and it'll help you become courageous. We're gonna fight back, so we need courage. What happens when you don't? So people get bullied because they won't fight back. That's how it happens. How do societies lose their freedom? It's usually like one little sin, one little screw up at a time, and you start to slide down. You go to work, someone's lording their cubicle authority over you, someone's being tyrannical, and you don't have the wherewithal or the backbone to stand up. You see someone else being bullied or censored somewhere, you don't have the backbone to stand up for them either. And then what happens eventually? Government thugs rob you of your income, lock you in your home, spend your money to go to war, try to force you to take a shot you don't need, and then you just roll over to them. And so it's like, okay, you're a slave. And if you continue to be a slave, you will continue to generate tyrants. So let's not generate tyrants. Let's topple them. You cannot, you will never comply your way to freedom. You will never comply your way to freedom. You're going to exercise your voice. You must speak out boldly because the forces of tyranny expand to occupy any space made available for their existence, whether that's in the government, in your workplace, your community, or in this party. People who refuse to defend themselves with their speech are just as vulnerable to exploitation as those who are genuinely unable to stand up for their own rights because of a disability or some other serious limitation on their physical or intellectual power. Do not disable yourself. You've got to use your voice. Slavery is miserable. Revolting is dangerous. And liberty is inherently dangerous. It's not safe. But think for a moment, neither is subjecting yourself to the whim of a tyrant who doesn't care about you. So let's end this weird exile from liberty. Let's begin our journey to reclaim our freedom together. We're not intellectually crippled. We're the best and the brightest. We have the best philosophy, and we have the best solutions. Now, I'm going to take the rest of my time to very quickly pass out a handful of awards because there are some people who have moved heaven and earth for me and have been tremendously valuable, and I want to honor them. It is what it looks like. Where is the ISIS caucus? Colorado Caliphate. Where is Colorado? Where is Hannah Goodman? Get over here. Someone from Colorado come up here and accept this thing. You are getting an award, yes, for one of the first, most complete takeovers, for exhibiting grace and sound judgment under pressure, and for outstanding political activism. These guys worked their butts off, and they also have defended me multiple times from people who hate me and want to tear me down. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Next. Defenders Award. We have had to play defense. Brody Elwood. Brody has done such an incredible job of defending Massachusetts, and he has carried himself with grace and class and composure all at the same time. Huge, tremendous appreciation for Brody. Here comes the man, the myth, and the legend. For dedication and compassion in the face of great opposition. The brains behind many of our operations. It is a brain. And this goes to Lainey. It's a golden brain. Lainey's gold. Moving along, moving along. I'd like to give a very special award to the best volunteer with the worst musical taste. For his outstanding state organizing skills, its tireless work ethic, and a tremendous dedication to advancing liberty, the man has just thrown himself on the sword so many times and always comes to my aid. MJ Funkhauser, you need to come up here. Where are you at, Funkhauser? Okay, if Funk's not up here, I need someone from Colorado to come up here. I know he's in the building. Here he comes. Here he comes.
I thought I was going to have to replace him as the other guy with a mustache from Colorado.
One of my favorite people in the whole wide world. If you want.
Shout out to Colorado.
Next to last one, the Spirit Award for 2022. For his spirited enthusiasm, passionate recruitment, incredible recruitment, and just really damn hard work. Where is Matthew Butts from California? Paging Matthew Butts. Paging Matthew Butts. Here he comes. Look at this beautiful man.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
My last award. It's for the failed Grifter of the Year. And it was a tough race, and I thought that the Cathedral Caucus was going to win, but at the last minute, the SPLC came in and swooped. I need someone to accept an award on behalf of the Southern Poverty Law Center. Rachel, can you come up and accept the award?
Can I say something? Thank you so much. If you'll forgive the language, I'm not a biologist, but woman, I have told you so many times, just because I am also an acronym person does not mean that we're interchangeable. All right? However, I might not be woke, but I am broke, so I will accept this on behalf of the Southern Poverty Law Center. Thank you so much.
That's it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your support.